All right, sports fans, welcome to East Kentwood High School, where we are moments away from our first middle school swim meet of the 2021 season. I am Joey Sutherlin. It is my proud pleasure to bring you the action here today from East Kentwood High School, as today it will be the Zeeland middle school team invading the Falcons. Sports fans, welcome to East Kentwood High School, where we are moments away from our... All right, I got to mute that one. That is... When you watch the YouTube video yourself while you're streaming, that can never be a good thing here, and you get that reverb right there. But again, my director, producer, and camera operator is the legendary Chase Joseph. Our official tonight is Ken Terpstra, and our public address announcer is Hall of Fame coach Jock Ambrose. It is so wonderful to have you along with us today, and I think we're in store for a treat. These two teams are pretty evenly matched in terms of both teams are at about 40 swimmers today, and for a middle school meet in the MKO, that is rock solid. Now, folks, this is the first of 3 straight Thursdays that we will have a middle school meet for you here exclusively on the KPS YouTube channel. And for those of you who are also fans of the high school, I got a treat for you. Tomorrow, beginning at 11:50 a.m., I will be at Grand Haven High School for the OK Red prelims, first for swimming and diving, which will go on the air at 11:50. The first race begins at noon. And then the diving prelims, which begin at 5 p.m., we will go on the air about 4:45. Myself and Hall of Fame coach Jock Ambrose will have the call for you tomorrow, and we are excited about that. And, of course, if we're there for prelims, you bet your hiney we're going to be there on Saturday for the finals. That will be a 11:45 start. We'll go on the air at 11:45 with a 12 o'clock first race. All right, folks, we are going to continue to allow you to watch the warm-ups as Coach Ambrose right now is getting ready for the all right. Waiting for that right now, and while we get the anthem out of the way, one thing we have to do at each of these is do the This Week in High School Sports because of MHSAA. So we'll be right back. Keep it here.
Title IX celebrates a milestone, and the fall season enters the home stretch. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports. The 2021-2022 school year marks the 50th anniversary of the passing of Title IX. Title IX protects people of all genders from discrimination in educational programs or activities that receive federal financial assistance. Prior to its passing, 300,000 females participated in athletics nationwide. Now, just in Michigan, more than 75,000 girls participate each year in high school sports. Each week on the second half, we celebrate a person, team, or moment that has contributed to Michigan's rich history of females participating in athletics at MHSAA member schools. Those who have already been recognized this school year for their impact include Leland volleyball star Alicia Glass, Battle Creek St. Philip volleyball coach Sheila Guerra and her daughter Vicki Grote, Portage Northern athlete turned broadcaster Lisa Byington, the Taylor Kennedy Eagles, who won the first finals championship in MHSAA girls sports history, Livonia Churchill golfer Shannon Warner, Temperance Bedford volleyball coach Jody Menor, the 2000 Rockford cross-country team, and Grand Blanc golf coach Judy Clegg. All have helped inspire others to follow in their footsteps. Go to secondhalf.mhsaa.com or follow us on social media to see a new Title IX celebration each week.
All right, sports fans, I am super giddy right now as we are getting ready for our first race of the day. That, of course, will be the 200-yard medley relay. Now, middle school has a few less events than we have in high school, as we're hearing Coach Jock Ambrose right now do the introductions of our coaches, and we will do that as well. First, for the visitors from Zeeland, it is head coach Jill Kelly and assistant coach Julianne Camps. The dive coach is Marcy Hartzler. For your Falcons, it is Brandon Graff is the head coach. Sarah Mumby is the assistant coach. Sarah, of course, is not just the assistant coach for the middle school, but she is a swimmer for Davenport University. And finally, our dive coach for East Kentwood Middle is Catherine Aismont, a former state qualifier, actually 4-year state qualifier in diving, and it's wonderful to have her as our coach. We will be doing diving we will take care of it after the 50-yard freestyle. But now we're turning it over to Coach Terpstra as we are getting ready for our first race again, and that is the 200-yard medley relay. We have there is actually four relays for Zeeland. And in lane number 1, it is Zeeland's D relay. That consists of Shoemaker, Lynn, Knowlton, and Zerberg. Lane number 3 is the Zeeland B team. That is Mischler, McKenney, Ensing, and Reese. Lane number 4 is the Falcon A team, consisting of Robbins, Wiltrout, Kolosik, and Gwynn. Lane number 5 is the A team for Zeeland. That is Lortzen, Gettings, Van Dyken, and Wolters. Lane number 6 is the B team for Kentwood, which is Scarlett Kaki, Durick, DeSodel, and Albright. And lane number 7 is the C for Zeeland, and that consists of Tervort, Campion, and Shoemaker. I'm assuming somebody is swimming twice, but I'll have to let you in on that one. Right now we are in the backstroke is done. We're into the breaststroke coming in right now. As you can see from the exceptional camera operating, it is the Zeeland A team in the lead. They're about to transition from the breaststroke into the butterfly here, and they were at 106.03. The Falcons A is at 111.43, and that's 1-2 respectively into the butterfly. Zeeland right now is their B relays at 116.63. Coming back in right now is the Zeeland Flyer. Man, does she got a pretty fly. She is about to hit the wall and go into the anchor swimmer for the front crawl. There it is. They are at a time of 137.12. The Falcons will hit the wall at 143.64 going into the front crawl. Some good races. The good thing you know for sure, all of these are going to be season best today. Every swim by every participant is going to be a best of the year. Looks like, though, it's going to be the Zeeland A taking the championship here in the 200 medley relay with a time of 2:06.15. A nice swim there for the Zeeland squad, and that is Natalie Loritzen, Aria Gettings, Anna Van Dyken, and Jocelyn Walters. Congratulations to those four for winning the 200-yard medley relay. Second place with a time of 2:15.35 is the Kentwood Middle School A relay. Third place is Zeeland's B at 2:22.94. Fourth place is Zeeland C at 2:34.59. Fourth place is going to go to, fifth place is going to go to the Zeeland D at 2:50 flat. And sixth place is Kentwood C team. All right. So congratulations to all the swimmers in that first race. And now we are going to transition into the 200-yard freestyle. Each swimmer will swim 4 laps or 8 wall touches here on this one, and we will have one heat here in the 200-yard freestyle. The first one will consist of, in lane number 1, it is Julia Till. Lane number 2, it is Madison Duffy for Kentwood. In lane number 3, it is Miley Dewar for Zeeland. Lane number 4, it is McKenna Robbins. Lane number 5, it's Becca Pfeiffer. Lane number 6, it's Sky Reinhout. Lane number 7, it's Peyton Weenum. And in lane number 8 for Kentwood, it is Mackenzie Van Houten. Nice start for the swimmers respectively as they hit the wall on their way back, nearing completion of their first 50. Again, this is 4 50s for the 200-yard freestyle. This is the longest individual swim in middle school swimming. At the end of the first 50 with a time of 32:34, it is Becca Piper. And second place right now at 34:64 is Robbins. She's in a dead tie with Dewar. Some good swims all around. Coming up on the halfway mark here. This, again, is the equivalent in high school. It would be like the 500-yard freestyle. Continuing to have the lead at the halfway mark with a time of 1:10, it is Pfeiffer. Second place is Wienum now at 1:11. Third place at 1:14 is Robbins. Fourth place is Dewar. I encourage all of you who are watching us both on the stream, or if you are watching the replay, which is very possible as well, we're also going to tune in on, make sure that we are into Meet Mobile as well so I can double check times for us. Coming in right now at the 150-yard mark. 50 yards to go with a time of 1:49.82. Pfeiffer continues to hold the lead. All right. Coming into the last flip turn on the way home. Becca Pfeiffer is looking in good shape, but catching up to her closely is Peyton Wienum. She's within a half a body length here. They're inside the flags, about to hit the wall, and it is going to be Pfeiffer with a time of 2:26.84. She'll capture first place. Wienum gets second at 2:28.14. Third place will go to Robbins for Kentwood with a time of 2:34.75. Dewar gets fourth place at 2:36.6. Fifth place is Duffy at 2:40.9. Sixth place is Reinhout at 2:43.28. Seventh place is Till, 2:49.55. And it's going to be Van Houten. I love the fact that everybody is continuing to cheer her on all the way in. That's what swimming's all about. As long as you get better each time, it's not even about winning and losing. It's nice to see, though, some of our friends in here in the stands as Van Houten hits the wall with her first time, a season best, 3:13.37. Lifetime best, according to Coach Ambrose. I knew it was season best. And if I said it wrong, it is Pfeiffer, Becca Pfeiffer. I apologize for saying that one incorrectly. I did not get an enunciation guide today, so that's on me. That's going to lead us into one of my favorite events, the 100-yard IM. Now, if you're new to swimming, this is the event where each swimmer is going to swim 25 yards of all four of the competitive strokes. So this is a fun event to watch, and we're going to see how this one trickles out. Ken Terpstra is our official here today. All right, not sure who's in. All right, we have McKenney is in lane number 1 for Zeeland. Gwynn is in lane number 2 for Kentwood. Walters is in 3 for Zeeland. Wiltrout's in 4 for Kentwood. Gettings is in lane number 5. Kolasik's in lane number 6. Lortzen is in lane number 7, and DeSaddle is in lane number 8. Now, in the individual medley, you start out with a butterfly and transition into the backstroke. So you get to go off the block completely. Coming in, transitioning now into the breaststroke. And we'll end, of course, with the freestyle with a nice lead right now out of lane 5. It is Area Gettings, who has a best time of 1:10.01. Let's see how she's coming. She looks like she's going to shatter that one. Second place for the Falcons appears to be Will Trout. Inside the flags, touching the wall with a career best of 108.23. Congratulations to Area Gettings from Zeeland. She wins the 100-yard IM with that time of 108. Second place is Will Trout. Ayla Wiltrout, who hits the wall at 111.57. Third place will go to Lauritsen with a time of 1:15.37. And fourth place out of lane number 6 is Hannah Kolasic. Wow, some great times here for the opening swim of the season. And that's going to bring us into our event with the most heats of the evening. We are going to have 7 heats, not 6, not 8, but 7 heats of the 50-yard freestyle. The first heat will completely consist of Kentwood swimmers. It is going to have in lane number 1, it will be Seema. Lane number 2, it is going to be Allen. Lane number 3, it will be Hernandez. And lane number 4, it's going to be Bukasa. There are 4 swimmers here in the first heat. After that, it looks like they're all going to be filled with between 6 or 8 swimmers on the rest of these heats. All right, Coach Terpstra giving a couple of tips here to first-time swimmers, first-time race swimmers. And they're off. It is down and back, just the 50-yard freestyle. Looks like we have a scratch in lane number 3. Hernandez does not appear to be in the water. Now, this is the one where we get a little bit nervous on this one. Coming on the way back right now. They hit the halfway mark. All right. Giving 100%. They're on the back half here. It is a down and back. And for these young ladies, this is quite impressive. They had never swam competitively until just 2 weeks ago when they started. And I love the enthusiasm from the crowd. They are cheering on these young ladies on their first race. They're already super nervous, and they're going to hit the wall. The winner of this first heat, Allen, with a time of 1:14.33. Second place is going to be Bukasa at 1:21.48. And third place is Seema with a time of 1:23.74. Congratulations to these 2 young ladies for their first race of their middle school career. That is exciting to see. All right, in our second heat, once again, it is also going to be entirely made up of Kentwood Middle School swimmers. Muzinga is in lane number 1. Guti is in lane number 2. Yutkois is in lane number 3. Krivoy is in lane number 4. Finkbeiner is in lane number 5. Woodard is in lane number 6. Johnson will be in lane number 7. And Dyson will be in lane number 8. All right. We're waiting on right now for Aubrey Guti to come on down. She's the next contestant on the 50 free in lane number 2. Yeah, it is so exciting and also nerve-wracking to watch all these first-time swimmers, first-time race swimmers. It is easy to get nervous. I could embarrass my daughter Samantha, as she started her career in age group swimming at age 4, and she was scared as you could be. And being the loving and caring father that I was, and also the aquatics director at Grand Rapids Community College where the meet was taking place, she was afraid to actually go off the blocks to start that race. Well, I told the official, who was Mike Bauer, that I was going to help her if she got nervous. And by helping her, of course, I mean I pushed her in. But she didn't talk to me the rest of the race. She finished second and ended up swimming for Davenport College, winning this heat with a great time of 42.3 out of lane number 5. That is Arabella Finkbeiner. Finkbeiner takes that one. Second place is Krivoy, and Krivoy hits it at 57.06. Third place, it's going to be Woodard. I'm not sure if the times are right now. We'll go back and check them out later. But once again, congratulations in the second heat to Arabella Finkbeiner for winning the second heat of the 50 free. All 8 swimmers had career bests in that heat. You gotta like that one. All right, for the third heat, all right, finally we actually have a split of Zeeland and Kentwood in this third heat. It is going to be Ardenson from Zeeland in lane number 1. Hull for Kentwood is in lane number 2. Moore for Zeeland's in 3. Fandrich for Kentwood is in lane number 4. Chen is for Zeeland in lane number 5. Johnson for Kentwood is in 6. Conroy for Zeeland is in 7. And Gwynn for Kentwood is in lane 8. All right. Coach Terpstra gives them the start. They hop into the water. Oh, baby. Felt the water on that one. It's a good start, though, here. Keep an eye on this one. Again, it's the 50-yard freestyle. All it is down and back. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us here on the YouTube. We currently have, wow, or we've had almost, we'll have to look at this. Waiting to see right now on how everything is going. I haven't heard any negative. About to hit the wall, and winning it is Chen from Zeeland with a time of 43.02. Great swim there by Chen. That is a personal best. Fandrich for Kentwood is second at 57.25. And that is a personal best. Third place is Gwynn at 59.18. And that's her first time going under 1 minute. Fourth place is Hull, who goes 1:05. That's a personal best. Sixth place is okay, we had a few issues with the touchpad, so I'm going to have to correct that one for you on Meet Mobile. I apologize for that. The times on the scoreboard were not matching up with the correct heat or the position of who won, so I do apologize for that. I'll try to get back to those for you as soon as possible, but I will get us into the fourth heat. In the fourth heat, in lane number 1 from Zeeland, it is going to be Grunwood. In lane number 2 for Kentwood, it is going to be Cruisinga. Lane number 3, it's Briggs from Zeeland. From Kentwood in 4, it is Oles. 5 is Becker for Zeeland. 6 is Gressley from Kentwood. 7 is Skippers from Zeeland. And 8 is Webster from Kentwood. On the way back right now, somebody lost the goggles. Oh, that's brutal on your first swim of the season. This one's a good race. It looks like it's all the way up in lane number 7. Looks like Skippers is about to take this heat. Although there's good finish at the end, she's going to hit the wall at 40.57. So congratulations to Malaya Skipper with a time of 40.57. That is a lifetime best and good enough for first place. Second place goes to Becker at 43.44. Third place goes to Grunwood at 44.78. All 8 were lifetime bests. I love to hear that one. And that will bring us up into the 5th heat. Now in this 5th heat, we only have 6 swimmers. In lane number 2, it's going to be Chisholm is in lane number 2 for Kentwood. Knowlton is in lane number 3 for Zeeland. Wagner for Kentwood is in lane number 4. Green for Zeeland is in lane number 5. Fuchs for Kentwood is in lane number 6. And Greenhoe is in lane number 7 for Zeeland. This is heat 5 of 7. Heat number 5 of 7. And they're off. The seed time to beat here in this 5th heat is 48.56 by Kaya Wagner, I beg your pardon. And it's a good start near the halfway mark. Looks like Wagner in lane 4 has the lead. On the way back, this one's a real dogfight here. Swimmers are duking this one out. This is going to go right down to the wall. We're going to have to watch this one inside the flags. Making a move at the end out of lane 3, but not quite enough. Zip to the doodah. First place is Green at 36.31. For Maddie Green, she's going to win the heat. Second place is Jocelyn Knowlton, and that's a personal best as well. Third place with a time of 41.60. Wow, we had some good swims all around there. 6 of 6 on best times in that heat as well. Maddie Green, though, congratulations again for winning that heat at 36.31. Now we are into the consolation heat, heat 6 of 7. It is going to be Danica Knowlton for Zeeland in lane number 1. Walker is in lane number 2. Lynn for Zeeland is in lane number 3. Worrell for Kentwood is in lane number 4. McGuire for Kentwood is in lane number 6. And Martinez for Kentwood is in lane number 8. And they're off. Oh. Coming up right now, again, we got Knowlton, Walker, Lynn, Worrell in lanes 1 through 4 respectively. 6 is McGuire, and 8 is Martinez. They're hitting the halfway mark on the turn. Some were flip turns, some were open turns. That's okay here for first-time swimmers. Looks like lane 3, Lynn has got the advantage inside the flags. She's at the 31-second mark. She's going to hit the wall at... She's going to go 33.32. And that is a personal best. Congratulations. That is an 8-second personal best for Elise Lynn. Second place was Knowlton with a time of 34.13. She dropped 2 seconds. I am loving, I can't tell you how giddy I'm getting over all these great swims on the first swim meet of the 2021 campaign. Both teams are just chock full of some solid swimming. Our final heat, the championship heat. It is going to be in lane number 1 for Zeeland. It will be Reese. Lane number 2, it is Bista for Kentwood. Lane number 3, it's Ensing for Zeeland. Lane number 4, it's going to be Durek for Kentwood. Lane number 5 is going to be Ensing for Zeeland. That's Madison. Lane number 3 is Mallory. Lane number 6, it's going to be Khaki for Kentwood. Meyering is in lane number 7 for Zeeland, and Godfrey for Kentwood is in lane 8. They are off, and they are flying like penguins with hot herrings in their cummerbunds. Only they're not getting the herrings till they get the flip turn. On the way back, holy cow, catching fire out of lane number 5. That is Ensing. She is gonna, wow, let's see the time. She's hitting the wall at, are you kidding me, 25:62. Madison Ensing with a career best. Second place is Mallory Ensing. I beg your pardon, Meyering is second place at 29:32. Third place is Ensing at 29:69. Fourth place is Reese at 33:15. Fifth place, it is Khaki at 36:08. Outstanding swims. And just like that, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break, go back to the MHSAA This Week in High School Sports. When we continue, Chase will get the camera over to the diving area, and we will have the 5 rounds of 5 divers. Keep it here. We will be back. Thanks for watching. Chase Joseph is my director and producer. I'm Joey Sutherlin. Thank you very much. We will be right back.
Game balls this week go to twins Tanner and Carson Hodgson of Anchor Bay. The pair each scored a goal in a 3-1 win over previously unbeaten and number 1 ranked Troy. The win sent Anchor Bay onto the Division I soccer semifinals. The Petoskey girls and boys cross-country teams, as they both won a regional championship. It's the first time since 2003 that both school teams won at regionals. The girls team had a particularly impressive performance, placing 5 runners in the top 10. And to Olivet kicker Tyler Latunsky, Tyler made the game-winning field goal in a 3-0 overtime win over Williamston in the district semifinal. It was his first made field goal of the year.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Sam Davis.
A football play for you to rule on today. The quarterback throws a pass to an eligible receiver in the end zone. The receiver jumps and makes the catch. But before he lands, a defensive player wraps him up and carries him out to the 2-yard line, where the receiver finally touches the ground. What's the call? Is the ball spotted at the 2-yard line where the receiver finally made contact with the ground? Or is it a touchdown? Send out the extra point team because it's a touchdown. The receiver's forward momentum was stopped in the end zone while he had possession of the ball, which is considered a touchdown catch. He does not have to get a foot on or any other body part down in the end zone for it to count.
Thanks, Sam. You can be a referee. Just go to the MHSAA website now to register. November marks the final month of the 2021 fall sports season. A number of sports have their MHSAA finals in the coming weeks. Boys and girls cross country will run at Michigan International Speedway on November 6th. A live stream will be available on the NFHS network. Boys soccer finals is also on November 6th. You can listen to all 4 matches on the MHSAA radio network or watch at mhsaa.tv. The girls' Lower Peninsula swimming and diving finals are November 19th and 20th. Action from Saturday will be available on mhsaa.tv. Volleyball will wrap up its season and crown champions in Battle Creek on November 20th. Semifinals and finals will be on both the radio network and .tv. 8-player football finals for Marquette on November 20th will be on both radio network and mhsaa.tv. And then we wrap up with the 11-player football finals at Ford Field on Bally Sports Detroit and the radio network. For matchups, start times, and more, please check out MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
All right, sports fans, it's been exciting at the halfway mark here as we get ready to begin diving coming up. And our 5 divers here today, it is Alyssa Jeter doing exhibition for Kentwood is the leadoff diver. Ariel Leslie for Zeeland is second. Haley Waskelis for Kentwood is third. Jordan Grassmid for Zeeland is fourth. And Sarah Rahab is fifth for the Falcons. All right. We're having a technical snafu. I'm not sure what's going on yet. Yeah, we're just a All right, sports fans, apologize for the delay. We're having some technical snafus, but now we're going to get into the diving. Scoreboard's not interfacing with the dive equipment. So the first by Jeter in exhibition doing dive 101A, forward dive, straight position. Judges' scores are going to be two, 2.5, 9.8 for the compilation. Again, now it's going to be Ariel Leslie from Zeeland doing dive 101C. That's the forward dive tuck position, 1.2 degree of difficulty. Very frustrating with the scoreboard. I apologize, folks. Miss Leslie makes her approach. Oh, gets a nice tuck and then hits the water. We're waiting for the judges' scores. They are, gotta wait for Coach Ambrose. 3.5, 3.5, 4 for 13.2. Right behind you. All right, Haley is up next for Kentwood doing dive 101A. That's the forward dive, straight position. 1.4, she hits the water quickly. Good dive there. 3.5, 3, 4.5. 15.4. Now it's going to be Jordan from Zeeland doing dive 101C. That's forward dive tuck position. 1.2 degree of difficulty here. Nicely done. Gets up well. Waiting for the judges' scores here. 13.2 with 4.5, 4.5, 3. Now it's up to Sarah, the final diver of round one, doing dive 101A, forward dive, straight position. Nicely done. Calf extension, hits the water. Gets good applause for the crowd. 3.5, 2.5, 4 for 14.0. So it is Haley for Kentwood in the lead at the end of the first round. In the second round, Alyssa's dive is going to be dive 200A. That's the back jump straight position, 1.2 degree of difficulty. Again, Alyssa is exhibition here today, and I'm not sure what's wrong with the equipment, folks. That stupid aquatics director, a.k.a. me. I'll have to figure out what's wrong, and we'll try to correct it for next week. 3.5, 4, 3.5, 13.2. All right, it is Ariel is next doing dive 201A, back dive straight position, 1.7 degree of difficulty. I believe she had 12.6 on her first dive. A little bit higher DD here. In fact, this is the highest degree of difficulty of this round. Back dive straight position. She's on the end of the board. Takes a few more deep breaths, gets her arms to her side, lifts it up, and wow, that was very well done. Nice and pretty. Waiting for the judges' scores. 6, 4.5, 5, 26.35. Wow. Haley for Kentwood will be doing dive 102C. That's the forward somersault tuck position. Degree of difficulty here is 1.4. She wastes little time, hits the board. Oh! Did not quite get up as high as she wanted, but she finished. Judges' scores. 3, 2.5, 3, 9, 11.9. Jordan for Zeeland is next doing dive 102B. That's the forward somersault in the pike position, a 1.5 degree of difficulty here. She adjusts the torque on the board. She's on the far board closest to the 3 meters. Does her approach. Got up well and entered nicely. I think she's going to be happy with the results there. 5, 3.5. 20.25. And Sarah will conclude the second round with dive 102C, forward somersault tuck position, 1.4 degree of difficulty. And she hammers it away quickly. Let's see how the judges score it. 4-3-4 for 15.4. Now we're into the third round. Alyssa will be doing dive 201A. That's the back dive, straight position, 1.7 degree of difficulty. My camera operator and producer, this was his best dive. Back dive, straight position. Back in the middle school days. Alyssa coming off a 13.2 on her previous dive. Slightly overextends on that one. Let's see how the judges score it. 4-3-3 for 17.0. Avery, I had it Ariel, I apologize. Let's get that correct. Avery is going to be doing dive 401C, the inward dive tuck position, 1.4 degree difficulties. I apologize, folks. The heat sheet had it listed as Ariel, so that is another snafu, but first meet of the year. Sometimes we get these little hiccups. I do apologize, though, nonetheless. Nice dive. She was able to bring it in, enter the water. Let's see how they score it. 4-3-4 for 15.4. Haley is up next doing this same dive, 401C. That's the inward dive with the tuck, and once again, the DD is 1.4. She quickly gets to the end of the board, on the board closest to the judges. Takes a deep breath, looks over, points at head coach for the varsity girls team, Mo Steffens, and now she dives. Judges scores. 2.5, 2, 3 for 10.5. Jordan is going to be doing dive 201A. We've seen this earlier this round. That's the back dive straight position, a high DD of 1.7. The Zeeland Middle School standout gets to the end of the board, hands to her side in the cross position, brings them up over her head. Oh, man. Nice extension of the calves, entered with the hands nicely. I think that's going to be a good score. 5, 4, 3.5, 21.25. And now Sarah will conclude the third round with dive 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4 degree difficulty. You got a couple to look from the two previous divers we had who did it. She quickly gets in. Let's see how the judges score that one. 5.5, 4.5, 5.5 for 21.7. Now we are into the fourth of 5 rounds. Alyssa will start us off with dive 202A. That's the back dive straight position, or back somersault straight position. 1.7 degree of difficulty. Let's see how Alyssa does on this one. Wow. 3.5, 2.5, 3 for 15.3. Avery Leslie is next for Zeeland, doing dive 202C. Back somersault tuck position, 1.5 degree of difficulty. Ooh, every time I look up at the scoreboard, I get frustrated. Avery takes her time, catches her breath. She's ready, adjusts her feet here before she dives. Takes one more deep breath. And, oh, nicely done. Let's see how the judges score this one. 3.5, 4, 4.5 for 18.0. Nice dive there for Avery. Haley is up next doing dive 201A. Back dive, straight position, 1.7 degree of difficulty. We saw this in actually rounds 2, 3, and now here in 4. Somebody did this dive. She kind of veered slightly off. Let's see how the judges score that one. 4, 3.5, 4, 19.55. Jordan for Zeeland is next doing dive 202A. That's the back somersault in the straight position, 1.7 DD. She gets to the end of the board, wastes little time. Arms extended out to her side. Takes her deep breath. Looks a little nervous. Comes in and, oh, she hit it nicely. Coming off a 21.25 and a 20.25 her last 2 rounds. Jordan's going to have scores of 6, 5, 5, 27.2, the highest score of the day. Sarah will conclude the 4th round with dive 201A, back dive straight position, 1.7 degree of difficulty. Sarah, who does not waste any time. Oh, that was very pretty done. I'd like to see her get a little higher, but a good dive nonetheless. Scores will be 6, 4.5, 5.5, 27.2. And we go to the final round. Alyssa is going to cap it off with a 401C inward dive tuck position, 1.4 degree of difficulty. Coming off her last few dives of 15.3, 17, 13.2. She'd like to finish this one with some authority here. Got it good. Oh, could not quite get those ankles high enough. Let's see how the judges score it. 3, 3, 3.5. 14.3 finishes it off for Alyssa. Avery will end her day with dive 102C. Forward somersault tuck position, 1.4 degree of difficulty. Avery makes the approach now. Takes a deep breath, looks a little nervous here. Lets out the air once again. There's the approach. Got some good ups. Oh, but just slightly overcorrected. Let's see how the judges scored this one. 3, 3, 2.5. 11.9. Haley from Kentwood is next doing, wow, dive 5211A. That's the back half twist straight position, 1.8 degree of difficulty. This is the highest degree of difficulty of the entire night here by Haley. Catches her breath, hands over her head. On the near board, had a slight twist, enters the water, straight. Oh, no dive. Ouch. That's going to bring us up to Jordan doing dive 401C, inward dive tuck position, 1.4 degree of difficulties. And nice dive there for Jordan. Let's see how she finishes. 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 27.3. Nice finish for Jordan. And our final dive of today's meet by Sarah will be dive 202C, back somersault tuck position, 1.5 degree of difficulty. As usual, Sarah wastes little time. Bingo, bango, boingo, enters the water. We will have judges' scores of 5, 4.5, 5.5, 22.50. And that concludes divings. We will have the results coming up just a few moments. We'll send it back out as Chase will get us reset up for the next event, which will be event number 7. I beg your pardon, event number 6, the 50-yard butterfly. We'll be back in just a moment. Keep it here on the Falcon YouTube network. All right, sports fans, Joey Sutherlin back with you here live from East Kentwood High School Aquatic Center. We're just seconds away from getting back into the water. I will get the diving results for you as quick as I can. All right, Coach Ambrose is bringing me over the diving results, and I will now tell you. Doing the exhibition was Alyssa Jeter. She scored 68.6. In fourth place, it was Haley for Kentwood with a score of 57.35. Third place from Zeeland was, it was Avery. Avery scored 84.85. Second place was Sarah from Kentwood with a score of 100.8. And in first place from Zeeland, congratulations to Jordan Grasmid as she captures diving today with a score of 109.2. Chase and I are back here just seconds away from the start of event number 6, the 50-yard butterfly, where we will have one and only heat coming up. And actually, we'll get to the names here as soon as they switch the board back over. It's got to be replugged back in, I think. Did you still have it unplugged?
It's switching on there, but it's not switching up there. So it's something from the computer to the board.
I will be right back, folks. Apologize for that, folks. Technical snafus. You always have to blame the aquatics director. It is always their fault. And I've been one for 31 years, so I can take the heat. All right. All right, let's get us into in this heat. We have for Zeeland in lane number 1 is Dewar. In lane number 2, it is DeSoto for Kentwood. In lane number 3, it is Mishler for Zeeland. Lane number 4 is Kolasic for Kentwood. Lane number 5, it is Van Dyken. Lane number 6 is Reinhout for Kentwood. Lane number 7 is Ensing for Zeeland. Lane number 8 is Bista for Kentwood. And winning it is Van Dyken with a time of 30.59. And that is actually by 9/10 of a second a career best. So congratulations to Anna Van Dyken. And second place is Kolasic at 33.01. That's a personal best. Third place is Mishler at 33.29. And that's a personal best. So personal best galore. We will have 4 heats coming up here of the 100-yard freestyle. The first heat will be entirely made up of Kentwood Falcons. Waiting for the, well, it was supposed to be 3 swimmers. Let's see. In lanes 2, 4, and 6, respectively. Yetkoyas is in lane number 2, Gwynn is in lane number 4, and Hull is in lane number 6. This is the 100-yard freestyle, event number 7. Each swimmer will swim 2 laps or 4 wall touches. There's the start from our official today, Mr. Ken Terpstra, longtime official and coach of the sport. Coming up right now on the first flip turn, or first turn. This is their first ever swimming of this meet, of this event. So this is going to feel like eternity, this 100-yard swim for them. We want to support them and cheer them on all the way here in the first of 4 heats. After this, it will consist of both Zeeland and Kentwood swimmers after this first heat. Coming up on the halfway mark here, out of lane number 6, that's Hull. Hull at 56 seconds at the halfway mark. She's got to keep going. She was waiting for the rest of the guys to catch up to her. That, honestly, folks, that is the romanticized side of still watching young kids learn the sport. They're like, I got to go again, coach? You can see the looks on their face. That was just outstanding. And while the competition is very important, it is really just proving to yourself what you can do. And these young ladies are all winners in my book just for competing. Catching the breath right now on the last turn. Heading home right now. It looks like Hull's got the lead. They're continuing to cheer her on. I tell you, that looks like forever. You're in a tunnel, like on a train, and you're almost there. I'm looking right now at lanes 4 and 2, respectively. They're on their way in, but look at Hull. She said if she went faster than 2:15, it's better than winning the Super Bowl. She goes in with a time of... Waiting for it. Now it's going to be 2:11:40. She did it. Yatkoysk is going to be second with a time around 2:35. And Gwynn will hit the wall at 2:42. All right, congratulations, ladies. That was a lot of fun. That'll bring us up to the second heat, and I want to get ahead of it here. In the second heat, we are going to have 6 swimmers. In the even lanes, it's Kentwood. The odd lanes, again, it will be Zeeland. That is Oles for Kentwood is in lane number 2. Jocelyn Knowlton is in lane number 3 for Zeeland. Greasley for Kentwood is in lane number 4. Greenhoe for Zeeland is in 5. Webster for Kentwood is in lane number 6. And Zerberg for Zeeland is in lane number 7. And they're off. The second of 4 heats here of the 100-yard freestyle. This is fun. This is watching these the ladies give 110% here in their first many of them. This is their first ever competitive swim. Not just the practices. I tell you what, folks, if you've never been a competitive swimmer, it is a lot different in practice than it is in a competition. And that first competition, it is very easy to get overwhelmed and nervous. But these young ladies are doing a remarkable job. At the halfway mark, it looked like it was lane number 7. I think it was Zerberg, but I did not get a touch on the touchpad. That's another thing they got to learn is how to hit the pads just right. Got to make sure you get your time in. All right, hitting the wall. First place was Knowlton, although I don't think that's actually, I don't know. I'll have to wait to see. If that's the case, though, congratulations in lane number 3 to Danica Knowlton with a time of 1:25:46. Second place is Greenhoe with a time of 1:41:69. I think Zerberg is the one that we have an incorrect time. She's been done for about a day, and we still don't have her time, so they're going to have to get her backup time. Coming in right now, it is Greasley in lane number 4, I believe. And in lane number 6, finishing up, it is Webster. Do we got a time yet for lane 7? Lane 7? 1:16.71. All right, 1:16.71, and that is a personal best too. So all personal bests in the second heat. That'll bring us up into the third heat, and it will be Walker for Kentwood in lane number 2. Danica Knowlton is in lane number 3. I said Danica in the last one. It was actually Jocelyn Knowlton. I am so sorry. In lane number 3. Lane number 4, it is going to be Chisholm for Kentwood. In lane number 5, it is Martinez for Kentwood. I beg your pardon, that's lane 6. Let me try this again. Walker is in lane number 2. Danica Knowlton is in lane number 3. Chisholm is in lane number 4. Martinez for Kentwood is in lane number 6. Till for Zeeland is in lane number 7. And Wagner for Kentwood is in lane number 8. So there is nobody in lane number 5 or lane number 1. All right, still the 100-yard freestyle. This is the consolation. Coming in right now at the halfway mark. Looks like it's going to be lane 7 again. That'd be Till. It's going to be close, though, with lane 3 and Knowlton. Till hit the wall at 36.49. Knowlton at 37.54 at the halfway mark. At the halfway mark right now, hitting the wall out of lane number 2, it is Walker. The leaders are coming in right now in lanes 3 and 7 respectively. I think it is going to be Till is going to take this one. Julia Till. Her career best is 1:21.41. It's going to be close. Let's see. And it is Till hitting the wall at 1:17.56. That's a personal best. Danica Knowlton has a personal best at 1:19.85. Now the battle is for third place. Who wants it? They're duking this one out. And it's going to be out of lane 4. So Leah Chisholm is going to get third place at 1:49.70. That is a personal best. Wagner at 1:50.84. That's a personal best. And fifth place Martinez at 1:55.31. And oh my goodness, folks, that is a 27-second fastest time. Wagner, with her first time ever, just wants to finish. Walker. Zamaya Walker, she's got it. She's at the end. She's almost there. This is the freestyle, you might say. In the freestyle, you can swim any method from point A to point B. She wanted to get inside of 250. She's got 5 seconds to go. Can she do it? This is going to be close. She's almost to the wall. And she will hit the wall. Nice job. 2:52.55. Congratulations to all our swimmers. That will bring us to the championship heat. Heat number 4 of 4 of the 100-yard freestyle. That will have in lane number 1 from Zeeland, Reese. Lane number 2 from Kentwood is Jeter. Lane number 3 is Becca Piffer from Zeeland. Lane number 4 is Robbins from Kentwood. Lane number 5 is Meyering from Zeeland. Lane number 6 is Van Houten from Kentwood. Lane number 7 is Weenum from Zeeland. And lane number 8 is Worrell for Kentwood. And we're underway. The championship heat. Coming up on the first wall. All right. Let's see at the halfway mark who's going to have the lead. I tell you what, folks, the difference between first and fourth place is less than 3/4 of a second. And at the halfway mark with a 31.55, it is Meyering in the lead. Again, that difference between first and fourth place is so close. Coming back, the back 25 here, finishing up the 100 free. Now it looks like out of 5, Meyering is opening up her lead a little bit. The battle now is for second place. And taking the heat is Meyering with a time of 1:06.08. That is a personal best. Second place will go to Pfeiffer with a time of 1:08.99. That's a personal best. Third place is Robbins, 1:09.88. That's a 10-second personal best. Fourth place, it is Reese, 1:20.45. So some personal bests on the entire heat. Another great heat. And that's going to bring us up to our event number 8, the girls' 100-yard backstroke. Now, in this one, let me get through the names, and then we have something to bring up in this one. Lane number 2 for Kentwood is going to be Fandrich, I beg your pardon. Lane number 3 is Shoemaker for Zeeland. Lane number 4 is Fuchs for Kentwood. Lane number 5 is Kayla Tervort for Zeeland. Lane number 7 is Echo Krivoy for Kentwood. And lane number 7, it will be Maya Kempanian and in lane number 7 for Zeeland. Now, in lane number 6, it is Echo Krivoy, and she is the birthday girl. So happy birthday to our participant in lane number 6. Our championship heat of the 100-yard backstroke, the championship, the one and only heat of the 100-yard backstroke. Coming up on the first flip turn. Thank you for joining us here on today's first middle school meet of the season. At the halfway mark, it is a time of 40.84 for Tervort. And who had the seed time to beat? There were a lot of first-time scores, so not all of them have a seed time. Coming up on the last turn for some. Some are still at the halfway mark here. Halfway to go here of the last 25 for our leader out of lane number 5. And looks like going to be our winner, Kaylee Tervort. And, oh, she didn't quite make it. Now she did with a time of 1:29.43. She needed that one extra pull. Second place will end up being out of lane number 2, Shoemaker, with a time of 1:39.89. Third place, it is Kempanian, Maya Kempanian, with a time of 1:42.20. Fourth place is Morgan Fuchs with a time of 2:03.16. That's a 12-second drop. The birthday girl is going to hit the wall with a time of with Echo and the birthday girl and the Fandrich, both with times at we're going to officially say 2:37.76. And I said there was only one heat of this. There are actually 2 heats here of the 100-yard backstroke. So in the second heat, it will be Shoemaker for Zeeland in lane number 1. Godfrey for Kentwood is in lane number 2. Mishler for Zeeland is in 3. Gwynn for the Falcons is in 4. Madison Ensing is in lane number 5 for Zeeland. Kaki is in lane number 6 for Kentwood. Lauritsen is in lane 7 for Zeeland, and Albright is in lane 8 for Kentwood. Waiting for it right now. All right, they're getting some correction on times. The touchpad did not give the correct sign, so once we got that taken care of, we're able to go into the second heat. Heat number 2 of the 100-yard backstroke. Again, Shoemaker is in 1, Godfrey is in 2, Mishler's in 3, Gwynn is in 4, Ensing is in 5, Kaki is in 6, Lauritsen is in 7, and Albright is in lane 8. Mr. Terpstra has started them, and now the 100-yard backstroke, heat 2. Coming up at the first wall, the 25-yard mark. And on the way back, with about a body length lead right now, out of lane number 5, it is Madison Ensing. Make that a 2-body lead length now. Second place out of lane 7 is Natalie Lauritsen. Third place out of lane 4, it is Gwynn. Already on the way back and actually flying. This time is going to be insane out of lane number 5. Madison Ensing is going to hit the wall with a lot of high schoolers would be impressed with that time. 105.8. Holy cow. She was flying. I mean, I'm going to have somebody check and see if she had an onboard engine in the back on that one. She was going so fast. Second place goes to Lauritsen at 1:14.61. But again, congratulations to Madison Ensing with a time of 105.80. That is, well, let's put it in perspective here. 105.80 for the 100 free. For the 100 back is 8 seconds away from the pool record here. Now, I know that sounds like, oh, that's a lot of time. She's a middle schooler, folks. That's a high school pool record. That's just how fast it is. And we're in the OK red, so times here are insanely fast. All right, now we are going to transition into our one and only heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. Bose will be in lane number 1 for Zeeland. Durick is in lane number 2 for the Falcons. McKenney is in 3 for Zeeland. Wiltrout is in 4 for the Falcons. Gettings is in lane 5 for Zeeland. Duffy is in lane 6 for Kentwood. Walters is in lane 7 for Zeeland. And McGuire is in lane 8 for the Falcons. Here we go. 100-yard breaststrokes, 2 laps, 4 wall touches of the 100-yard breaststroke. The seed time to beat in this one is Wiltrout's 121.73. Her sister, tomorrow, will be looking at a shot at winning the 100-yard breaststroke in the high school conference swim for the OK Red, where you can see it exclusively tomorrow on our YouTube channel. The OK Red Conference prelims for swimming is at noon, and for diving will be at 5 p.m. The championship is on Saturday at 12 o'clock. Lots of swimming coming up here this weekend. We hope you join us here on our YouTube network. And for whoever the one person who didn't like this broadcast, I apologize. I'm not sure what we did, but this is all about the kids, folks. That's the reason I do this. But I can tell you for sure, it's not for money. It is for the love of the sport and how proud I am of these girls for both teams for what they're doing. Hitting the wall here and winning it with a time of 1:15.64. It is getting. Second is Wiltrout at 1:20.65. Those are personal bests for both of them. Congratulations to Area Gettings for winning the 100-yard breaststroke with that time of 1:15.64. Wiltrout's 1:20.65 is actually a very good time as well. Third place is going to go to Walters with a time of 1:27.43. Fourth place to McKinney at 1:31.94. Fifth place is Bowles at 1:38.59. Sixth place is Duffy, 1:47.69. And it looks like it is going to be Durick is going to get seventh with a time of, we'll see when she hits the wall, right about 2:10. 2:10.43. And that's 2/10 better than her personal best. And it will be McGuire hitting the wall at 2:15.11. Personal best all around on that heat. And folks, believe it or not, that's going to bring us to our final event of the day, the 200-yard freestyle relay. We will have the Kentwood GT. I beg your pardon. There's two heats of this. I did not recognize the fact. So we're going to have the consolation relay first, the consolation heat first, which will have the Falcons G relay, the Zeeland E, the Kentwood E, the Zeeland D, the Kentwood F, and the Zeeland F. That's in lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, respectively. They're getting the swimmers up. Coach Terpstra, our official, reminds the swimmers to get out of the pool quickly after the exchange. Let's go through these teams. And lane number 2, it is going to be Cruisinga, Chisholm, Dyson, and Guti. Lane number 3, we have, I'm not sure who the first swimmer is, Becker, Skippers, and Briggs. Lane number 4 for Kentwood is Hull, Johnson, Gwynn, and Johnson. Lane number 5 for Zeeland is Green, Turvort, Knowlton, and Greenhoe. Lane number 6 for Kentwood is Yatkois, Woodward, Webster, and Martinez. Lane number 7 for Zeeland is Grunwood, Chen, Conroy, and Moore. We are into the second swimmer. Oh, no. Lane number 3 lost their goggles on the entry for Zeeland. Who is that? That is, I love that she didn't stop, though. Looks like it's Ariana Becker, if what I have is correct. And the order of the relay swimmers is not uncommon for them to switch. Another switch here right now, the seed time to beat here. We actually do not have a seed time in this heat. If you're joining us late, thank you for joining us here in the opening middle school meet of the 2021 season, girls middle school season. It is Zeeland coming into town to take on the East Kentwood Middle School. And it has been a privilege to bring you the action here today. Chase Joseph is my director, producer, and camera operator. I'm Joey Sutherlin, and thank you for joining us. And taking this first heat with a time of 1:31.62 out of lane number 4, that is the team of Toby Hull, Jada Johnson, Emily Gwynn, and Anastasia Johnson. Congratulations with that time. we got here? And it was the wrong lane. So the scoreboard acting up again gave us incorrect winners. It is actually the team of Cameron Cruisinga, Solea Chisholm, and Jalea Dyson, and Aubrey Guti with a time of, okay, that's not right either. Good gravy. I'm just going to wait till it's all said and done here, folks, because I keep getting the score and it's not correct. So we're waiting on right now. Every time I think I have the right champion, something changes here. So we're waiting right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that can't be right. Yep, I'm going to have to go to Meet Mobile to check this one out. I'll try to get you those at some point today. Coming all the way down to the end here. And hitting the wall. There you go.
The beauty of this sport is no matter what you do for your team, you're trying hard, you're working hard. We're also always able to work on doing the best that we can. And that's a great example.
I love hearing Coach Ambrose talk about what the sport of swimming means to so many of us. It's not necessarily if you won your heat or your race. It's how you continue to work harder to get better and how you cheer on and support your teammates. All right, here we go. Now we have the lane number 2 for the Kentwood C team will be Fuchs, Fandrich, Gressley, and McGuire. Lane number 3 for Zeeland will include Dewar, Shoemaker, Till, and Weenum. Lane number 4 for Kentwood has Jeter, Bista, Reinhout, and Duffy. Lane number 5 will have Van Dyken, Meyering, Pfeiffer, and Ensing. Lane 6 for Kentwood will have Godfrey, Albright, Wagner, and Van Houten. Lane number 7 for Zeeland will have Zerberg, Lynn, Kempanian, and Shoemaker. And lane 8 for Kentwood, it will be Walker, Oles, Krivoy, and Worrell. Coming up on our exchange, out of lane number 5 with a 29.13 is the lead. Second place, 32.35 for the Zeeland B. Third place is the Kentwood A at 39.77. What a fun day, folks. This has just been outstanding. Now, this meet has gone a little longer than traditionally that we have. Another exchange there coming in at the halfway mark for the A team from Zeeland. Out of lane number 5 is in the lead. Coming up on the anchor swimmer here, out of lane number 5, they're at the 1:30.30 mark. Their seed time was 1:54.78, so she's going to have to cruise on this one to get that seed time. She is cruising. It's going to be close. Here comes an anchor swimmer in lane 4, and in lane number the Zeeland ends up at 1:55.69. Congratulations to Anna Van Dyken, Molly Meyering, Becca Pfeiffer, and Madison Ensing with that time of 1:55.69. That's good enough to win the 200-yard freestyle relay. Second place, the Zeeland B with a time of 2:13.36. Third place will be the Falcon A at 2:28.60. Fourth place is going to be lane number 7, but I didn't see a time yet. Still have one more exchange there in lanes 2 and in lane 8. Hitting the wall, finishing up in lane 6 for Kentwood. Again, not able to register the touchpad, so we'll have to get a time for you. Now, all I can tell you definitively is that the Zeeland A won the race. So with a nice time of 1:55.69. While I have a second, let me do a little promotion once again. Tomorrow, the start of the OK Red Conference prelims for swimming, conference swimming for girls, will start. We're going to go on the air at 11:45 a.m. with a 12 o'clock first race. The diving prelims tomorrow will start at 5. We'll go on the air at 4:45. That will be Joey Sutherlin along with Jock Ambrose. As for Saturday for the OK Red Conference Championship, that we will go on the air at approximately 11:45 a.m. with a 12 o'clock first race. What a fun race here today. We're gonna check it out as the last swimmers are finishing up. I want to take a look on Meet Mobile if it is posted now. We're still waiting for the completion here. They're still putting in a couple of corrected times from the backup timers. Thank you to our scores table. Mo Steffens and Kaylin Wiltrout ran it. In the diving section, it was Coach Eric Gale. And now we have the final score here. Let me try to get you the final score. It is East Kentwood with 59 points, Zeeland with 90. Our final score, the Zeeland Middle School girls 90, the Kentwood Middle School girls 59. That's going to just about wrap it up today. I am so proud of both teams for their first meet of the season. They did a great job. We saw just a tremendous amount of great swims. And we sincerely want to thank you all for joining us. For my tag team partner and director, Chase Joseph, and myself, Joey Sutherlin, we want to thank you all for joining us. Until next time for the next Kentwood Middle School meet, 1 week from today, same start time, about 3:50, with the first race at 4 o'clock. That is next week when the Falcons will be hosting Holland. Until then, for Chase, I'm Joey. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless, and have a great afternoon. Good night, everyone.